All right, you modern humans, this video covers the rise of a political powerhouse, Joseph Chamberlain. This is Speaking Through the Ages, where we bring back the dead in an attempt to bring out the values, beliefs, and internal struggles of those humans that came before. We give context to and deliver historical speeches that motivated people to kill, riot, make salt, and sign papers. I'm Joseph Delisle, your novice history fan. To join us, subscribe and click the bell for notifications. What if a modern politician split the Democratic Party into two, and then turned around and split the Republican Party into two? Our next speaker, with his energy, drive, and passion, accumulated enough momentum to split not one, but two parties within his life. I introduce to you Joseph Chamberlain, the party splitter. Chamberlain was born in Surrey, which is now known as Camberwell, a district in southeast London. Caroline Harbin was his mother. She was the daughter of Henry Harbin, a Liberal politician himself, who would later change to the Labour Party. Joseph Chamberlain shared a name with his father, who ran a successful shoe manufacturer. He had a younger brother named Richard Chamberlain, who went to the University College School. And yes, that's its name. He won prizes in French and mathematics and became a Liberal politician himself. Because his father lacked the money to send all of his kids to school, Joseph Chamberlain stayed home and worked in the family business starting at 16. By 18, he wanted his own business. He partnered with his uncle to found a screw-making company. By the time Chamberlain left the business in 1874, the company was prosperous and exporting products. Chamberlain's family and love life seems both enriching and tragic. He married Harriet Kenrick in July 1861. They had a daughter, Beatrice, in May 1862. Then in October 1863, she gave birth to their son, Joseph Austin, and died 5 days later. Chamberlain turned his grief into work and raised the kids with the help of his parents-in-law. In 1868, Chamberlain married Florence Kenrick, his first wife's cousin. They had 4 children: Arthur Neville, a future prime minister himself, Ida, Hilda, and Ethel. Florence and their 5th child died a day after she gave birth on February 13, 1875. Chamberlain remarried at the age of 52 to the beautiful 24-year-old Mary Crowninshield Endicott, daughter of the U.S. Secretary of War. They would have no children. Thank you, Jesus. She dodged the bullet on that one. Mary was a stepmom to his kids and would eventually remarry after his death in 1914. Okay, enough with the family, love, death, tragedy, mushiness stuff. Let's move on to politics. Before he ran for mayor in Birmingham, following the tradition of the Birmingham shoemakers and the long history of social action from his church, Joseph Chamberlain fought for liberal politics. In 1866, the government rejected a bill to expand the voting population by 400,000 and to redistribute parliamentary seats. Chamberlain was among the 250,000 men who marched for reform in Birmingham. Chamberlain later recalled, quote, "Men poured into the hall, black as they were from the factories. The people were packed together like herrings," unquote. In the following year, the Reform Act of 1867 was passed, nearly doubling the electorate from 1.4 million to 2.4 million. In 1868, the Liberal Party won the majority, even though it was a conservative government that passed the Reform Act. This marked the start of William Gladstone's domination as a Liberal Party leader and Prime Minister. He served for 12 years as Prime Minister, spread over 4 terms, ending in 1894. Chamberlain helped found the Birmingham Education League, which evolved into the National Education League. It held its first conference in 1869 and proposed a non-secular school system funded by local taxes and government grants. By 1870, the league had more than 100 branches and was run by men from the trade unions and other labor organizations. In November 1873, Chamberlain ran for mayor of Birmingham, and he won as the Liberal Party swept the municipal elections. He ran and delivered on the city being, quote, "parked, paved, assize, marketed, gassed and watered, and improved," unquote. he forcibly purchased the light and electric companies, turning them profitable in the first year. This was a socialist move, which is ironic considering he believed socialism to be one of the biggest threats to the empire. In January 1876, Chamberlain repeated this move, forcibly purchasing Birmingham's waterworks to fix the sewage-polluted water. Chamberlain commented, quote, "We have not the slightest intentions of making profit. We shall get our profit indirectly in the comfort of the town and in the health of the inhabitants," unquote. During Chamberlain's tenure, he used public and private money to construct libraries, pools, schools, museums, parks, and art galleries. And he did all this before he became an actual member of parliament. But more on the rest of Joseph Chamberlain's political career in the next video. Thank you for exploring the ages with us. And in this video, we touched on Joseph Chamberlain's short biography and the start of his political career. Throughout Speaking Through the Ages, we'll encounter different bios, cultures, and histories. We'll cover more details and review little by little as each speech requires. We hope you enjoyed this episode. And remember, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Or leave comments to correct any errors, exaggerations, or perfunctory explanations this novice history fan gets wrong. See you next time, where the dead teach.